Hello and welcome back to FF14. I was going to start much earlier, but I couldn't. So now here I am. So yeah. Hold on one second. Cable's not plugged in. It's not good. It's not good without that. I can't hear anything. What if I just did the entire stream with no audio on my end? That probably wouldn't really be particularly interesting for you. It would just be like a normal stream, but then I just don't say anything about the sound or something. I don't know. Are there fireworks going on? I hear fireworks in the distance. Oh, there they are. Yeah, the event's going on still. I mentioned that yesterday, but I never actually showed it because I forgot. We can just go. We can just go there. I can show it. I don't know how much I can show of it. I can't. I mean, I can't do the cutscene and all the actual quests again. That's just not there. But otherwise, yeah. There's that thing over there. The tower thing. It goes up very high. That super high point is actually like you don't need to go all the way up there. That's like an extra thing. I don't know if there's anything up there. I think that's just some extra thing that you can do if you want to. But yeah, I don't think any of you really have anything particularly interesting. There is an outfit you can get. It's actually literally this outfit. That's the outfit you can get. I do already have it, although yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah, I can't put it on here, but I do have it. I can show it later. I don't know if you can fly up there. I don't know if that'll work or if it just like disables flight in that area. I'm not sure. I think I can just. Yeah, I can just go. I did not try the left side. I went on the right side last time. And I think... I don't remember... I know one of these is new. But I don't remember which one it is. Well, I mean, this is an option. Alright. We're good. Yeah, the right side does not have the bombs. And same deal with this. I've done both of these paths, just in case you're wondering. I've already done both of these. Not for that first one I didn't. I only went on the right side with the actual platforming. Oh no. And this one, yeah, this one's just these bombs, which they're kind of very annoying. Yeah, I don't think you get anything though for like there's a quest, and it does require you to go through the thing, but, like, it will teleport you. I think there's something where it's like, if you can't do it, you can ask to be, like, teleported to, like, the halfway point or something. And you don't have to do it all at once. Yeah, so this is actually just the end here. There's a slide that leads over there. You can do that, or you can go over here. Which I've tried. I can make it this far. Okay. Alright. Alright. Great. Cool. Alright, yeah, I made it and then I fell off. That's cool. Alright. Cool, great. Alright, I'm not gonna attempt that again. I have already attempted this multiple times. It's just kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, it doesn't let me fly here at all. It doesn't let me mount, so. No. If you want to get up there, you have to jump up there. So, yeah. I thought there would be something you could do. Like the second time, but I guess no. I guess just There's the quest, and then it just gives you the armor. You don't even have to. You don't have to do that like twice. It just gives it all to you. Like for previous ones, if there was like pieces, if there was like armor or something that you needed to buy, there'd be like, go through this many times and get these tokens or whatever, and you know, once you've done the fate like 3 times, then you'll have enough to get the armor. Okay, well anyway. I didn't actually need to come in here. That is from like 2 years ago or whatever. There are more glamour slots. Yeah, there it is. This has actually died. The top and the bottoms are, because what color is this normally? I don't even remember. Whoops. Which one was that? I'm not sure where the... No, that's the Moonfire one. That's a different one. Well, it is the Moonfire thing, a different Moonfire thing though. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's in the Armoire. Black no. Summer Sunset? Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's the color it's supposed to be normally, and the bottoms are also supposed to be black normally. So, that's what that's technically supposed to look like, but... yeah. I changed it to red because... Red. I don't know. Branding. Anyway. That is not... Great. Cool. So, we don't really have anything to do here. I think we just have the raid, right? Pretty much. I thought there would be more to show at the event, but there's nothing. So I guess that's that. Gold saucer though. Where do we need to go for the raid? Do we need to go back to I think I need to go to Elpis, right? I think I need to go to the like underworld area. Cliffhanger is going for another minute. Can I complete this in under a minute? I mean, probably actually. This one's not particularly difficult. Come on, bombs. Yeah, I've got 40 seconds. You got this. Don't worry. Easy game. I did forget to use this, but oh well. Oh, I don't remember if I ever mentioned this. I did look for another scythe. There aren't that many. As far as like scythes that for like glamour or whatever, there's like Palace of the Dead has like a you can get like a special one that's just like a glowy scythe. Okay, well, try that. Nope. That was just a bad card. There was like one that I saw that like looks decent. But it's for, I think there are like 2 dungeons you can get it from, but I literally ran that dungeon like I don't even know how many times. It was a lot. And just never got it. It was absurd. Yeah, those were just all really bad cards. I don't know what the deal was there. And okay. Yeah, ran the dungeon like 30 times or something. Just never showed up. Just never dropped. Probably more than that, honestly. I think I got a weapon for like just about every other job, but like not for Reaper. It's like a Stormblood dungeon. It's like an older one, and you can just you can do it solo, like unsync. And doing it unsync doesn't matter. In fact, it actually speeds things up more, because then you can just get all of the drops. It just gives you all of them. So yeah. Let's see. What is on? Spirit bonding speed. Food effect duration. Spirit bonding speed is a random one. I'll leave those alone because those might be on for a specific reason. Is this like my history? Is that... I haven't gone to Elpis since I needed to for the last raid thing, so that's weird that that would even still be there. I do not remember how to get to the other area, is the thing. I don't remember where that was at all. Gatekeeper? The gates of Pandaemonium. Okay, yep, okay. It's over there. I don't think there's any way to just, like, teleport there. What is this? I don't know. I don't know what I just did. I can check. Amazing. I believe that's where I need to go anyway. It's funny because the game doesn't really direct you there at all. The only real way to know where it is just... like, I guess... just look it up. Later on, it'll be easier because you'll be able to just... People seem to be talking to someone there. Once the whole thing is out, it'll be easier. Wait, I assume this is where I need to go anyway? I don't see a quest here, though. So it's very possible this is not where I need to go. I just assumed. Seemed like it would be correct. I mean, these guys are here. But, uh-huh. Okay, well... I think maybe, let's try Charlian? I'm not sure. I don't remember. There are no quests here. I'm going to guess. Where? Probably in Labyrinthos. I don't remember which. Let's try that one. Yep, okay. believe I came to the right place. It's a big ol' lie. Yeah, no. Maria, made a breakthrough. After uncountable days and nights, I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers, and I must say... Yes? What must you say? Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. No, I prefer the most unhinged possible recounting. That's what I want. Ah, yes, of course. My apologies, Maria. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I've quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning. With the crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown, they cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and Erichtonios, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos. But the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandaemonium, a presence yet stirs. Its intention and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning. Specifically, the yearning to be made whole, and indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Maria grace us with her protection? I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusino. Namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandaemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion in case there are any unanticipated changes. Is it actual time travel? I'm still unclear on that. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. I mean, I guess it is, but like... You can't mean... Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I've already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely, after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Maria, it may be best to return to Pandaemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandaemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandaemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles, and if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Maria has yet to encounter, if your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly, with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Of course, I have to do things before I can do the main thing I came here to do. Unless I just skipped all the cutscenes, but I won't do that. Alright. So, back to Elpis. That is very expensive. Gotta do things before doing things. Disgusting. You could call it that. Seek records of Pandaemonium's creations? Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. Should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I've saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. As should we, for I've undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting a return. Fortunately, while Pandaemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Erictonios' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. Works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver their creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the naos to Pandaemonium. Sure. I guess I'll just fly. Okay. And, I guess we'll just be letting this go for a while I don't know. What will I do? What are you doing, chat? What are you doing with your life? Maybe something, I don't know. Maybe something rather significant. Also, yesterday I realized, audio, the game audio was too high, so I turned that down. You're staring at a horse's ass? I assume not what I'm riding on, because that's a dog. That's a straight up wolf. So there's, yeah. I can't really, unless I turn the auto off. Yeah, there you go. That's a wolf. What? Nope, right here. As I've pondered our expedition into Pandaemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Brea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Erictonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bald hatred. I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself, it is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandaemonium seem to view La Brea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There are many aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the wards of La Brea. Apologies I've kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandaemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandaemonium was built directly under Elpis. Where else would you build it? The facility is overseen by the wards of La Brea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? First, I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the wards of La Brea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that the Academia in Nider would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandaemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations kept within Pandaemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandaemonium's researchers. It is quite the change, and in fact it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Brea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandaemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Brea's authority, correct? Technically. I know not what you are suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility, and even Master La Brea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although I admit as of late, their communication has been somewhat sporadic. We have recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandaemonium's halls. Well, that's very much not true. Really? And are you certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course, our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the wards did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That'll be all for my prying. I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate. It would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. All is well. A blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandaemonium with haste. Need to go teleport. Cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind is at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Erictonios at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Well, since you mentioned it, probably. Probably harm has befallen him. Or something. Not quite. I've traced the sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. Now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Oh no, it's a thing. There's something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature. Familiar of the phoenix, the phoenix. That monster is locked away. That it is, in spite of the trouble I went to in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must. But with control of Asphodelos wrested from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you. Phoenix, right? I'd play it. I don't know what the difference would be. Just Phoenix Wright, but everyone's names are just weird versions of their names. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there's no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. Wisdom of La Habrea, your father. How would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times, the scolding of a tutor whose student struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. Not tell that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. But still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last, you moved to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandaemonium's great experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that. Rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? An eyeball with wings? Uninvited guests join our reunion. Seems fortune no longer favors you. It's a Kirby villain. We've been over this. I mean, it does look like one. You think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I'm no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low. Even as power divine flowed through his veins. It's plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. So what do you need me to fight? Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold their thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. Alright. But I'm going to turn away from you now. I'll answer you later. I'll answer the question that I asked. On your behalf. And so can be but one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There is logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation in the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Habrea I know. You've met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Yeah, kinda. I think it's a possibility that he might be evil. He's capable of farming. It's too early? Is it too early? Is it? I don't know that it is. Also, when did I drop frames? I'm dropping more. Stop doing that. Don't do that. Is he? So you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples, if it brings his goals closer in reach. That alone should be enough, let me assure you. La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. Well, he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission. I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandaemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. I don't think that's a typo. I think it's just a word I'm not familiar with. Then we must move forward with no excessive caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandaemonium. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Eric Tonios' side, in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. Abyssos, the fifth circle. That's a confusing name. I realize because, you know, it is the fifth, but, like... Because the last one was fourth, but you'd think it'd be, like, Abyssos the first, but no. Yeah, with the party of other players. Do that. I didn't need to walk up to that at all. That wasn't necessary. Not even remotely. Who's gonna stop me, though? Actually, since I can really easily get those now, I should probably go buy some stuff. I can probably get a bunch more that I couldn't get before. Oh, okay. Well, I won't be getting it now, I guess, but whatever. Well, actually, the main thing is I need to upgrade some of what I have. I know, like, Red Mage, I still need to buy all that stuff. So far as upgrading stuff, I don't know if the coins from the Alliance raid are, like, unlocked to where you can get those more than once a week. I don't think so. I think those are still the same. I'm sure that's fine. I wasn't sure how large these cages were. Thought they would maybe be human-sized, but they are clearly not. Proto-carbuncle. Sure. That does look like a carbuncle, I guess. Vaguely. Some other people are... I assume other people are still in the cutscene because they're on... not SSD or whatever. Alright. I think I remember hearing someone say that one of these fights is kind of easy, but I don't remember which one, or maybe a couple of them. Should I stand on? Is the barrier? Yeah, I was like, I feel like I shouldn't. Oh no, I'm doing the wrong thing. What do the question marks mean? I'm not sure. Am I in the correct place? I don't... Just unclear? I feel like there's going to be some sort of trick with that later. Okay, well, I guess that was the wrong time to use that. Oh well. Oh no, not the slime! Okay. Our backs are all broken. That's fine. be safe, right? Toxic Crunch. Oh no, I'm getting dangerously close to taking aggro from the tank, because it would not be a good thing. What does the blue mean? I don't know. I will stand near the other people, though. Okay. The blue doesn't mean anything until he gets to the end. Where are we going? I'm not sure if there's any way to tell where that's going to go before before the things come down or whatever. Or if you just have to wait until the actual AoE appears. But yeah, I was like, that's my health's getting a little low there. Okay, I know we should be safe here, right? Okay. Frames? Oh no. Yeah, I dropped 4,000 frames. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Frames are acting up again. I can probably just take it all. It's all mine. Only one piece of gear obtainable per week. It doesn't matter. Take it all. Good. Okay, great. I don't remember exactly how the loot thing works. Right. Is that Luffy? Probably. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Erictonius and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Oh no, it's some guy. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you. All too familiar Paragon? That's not your name. Am I supposed to know who you are? I understand that my son's rhetoric is rarely compelling, but come now. I can be none other than La Habrea of the Convocation of 14. Okay. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. No? No, it can't. What is this? He's got you caught in the vortex. Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin ether, and an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. More direct approach will get the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erictonius' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother? You would dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Erictonius. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Erictonius, wait. There's a question I must needs ask first. Do you must needs ask it? Do you? Do you must needs? If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. Heisenberg. Simple request. Famous, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation. It would never suffer its denigration. You sully a station with this farce. Amos, what are you saying? Brea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real Brea would never call me by the name Themis. He was a Goomba the whole time. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Oh no, it's some other guy. What? Who? It was a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Brea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right? Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Arctonios, listen well. I am Hephaestus. It is I whom you should call father. That would make sense. He does look more like you. What in the name of creation? You would do well not to stand idle while enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. Ah, that sounds more like the La Brea I know. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Brea said, I am Elidibus, one of the Convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling? I didn't, really. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me, because that's the only name I knew you by. I know a thing or two about deception myself. I'm something of a con artist myself. It's reassuring to hear. The burdens we bear are heavy enough without adding a grudge to their weight. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let's do as La Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Mortal Kombat deception, for instance, yeah. I played it. Please help him. Save him. Sure thing, distant voice. As you are aware of by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azam and I detected irregularities in Pandaemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Brea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azam nor I had ever met you in the flesh, she came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to herself was out there amused. Adam? No, that's not it. It's not a person. Azam, to no end. There's not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Venat, not Venat, She's not. It's not like Manat. It's Manat. Mistress Veninet, who held the position of Asm previously, journeyed with a familiar such as much like yourself. Reading is hard. I made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Well, I don't have any particular use for any of these, but whatever. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Brea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Brea? Why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandaemonium. Do you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandaemonium, including the fact that Asm and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the key wards stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestos' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning? I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Brea is but a marker of my station. It is not the name I was born with. It's probably Hephaestos, isn't it? His claim that for himself. I can't fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. So he's your heartless or something? I don't know. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? Is the product of experimentation gone awry? A reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time is a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were with the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. Now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster under our star. As chief key ward of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. What? You would leave the other warders to their doom? Yes. Isn't that only like 2 people? It is a choice befitting La Brea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Is remotest a word? A word? Is that a... I don't know. Yet as you can see by Erectonios' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Asm and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That's precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. It was the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No. Spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Maria has stood against. Yeah, there was a big bird. It was real annoying. Maria, is it? A being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Maria. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. Labria can't be trusted. What was that you said about being an emissary? What was it you said? Repeat that? Repeat the entire thing? Just the whole... can we just start the cutscene over? Also drop more frames? Even after I turn the thing down? I don't know how low the bitrate's going, so I can't really tell what's... I don't know if I dropped it. I probably didn't lower it enough. Whatever. It's brilliant. Elidibus the emissary may speak on our behalf. Should he judge our approach the more sound, even Labrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. Yes? Yes? Did I... Yes. My opinion as statements can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we have seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well. In my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandaemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Maria's might and Erectonios' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandaemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Maria, come find me when you're finished. He put his whole, I'm not reading that. And I wish I hadn't read it. In my head. Erectonios is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend any of his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Hold on 1 second. My mic was low. Like, physically low. I needed to adjust the height. You do have my gratitude. Ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, Labrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first I realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. Certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world. They don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. Besides, Hephaestus, he has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried in if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean, to uncover the truth behind his words. The truth of my mother. While La Brea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more, so it was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Brea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly it can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think, Maria? Does La Brea, you know, have any regard for the lives of others? Or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Well, the one I know is kind of super evil, so it's not really. So as a man who worked from the shadows, he once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. No idea what he might be like in this age. I mean, yeah. There's probably an explanation as to why he became an asshole, but this age? Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. It is plain there's much to consider. Thank you, Maria. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Brea that we are capable of saving Pandaemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford. Maria, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities and may deign to help at your suggestion. Only to see what you can do. What even? Oh, I have a bonfire. Forgot I had that. Arctonios appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azim. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. I think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, and have never ceases to surprise. Previous Azim was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions in people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Azim's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. And Silk said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. Yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. We should know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. Chief keywords reach as far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? Since no creations of note, perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they've been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. You speak of hegemony, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into Prometheus. Doubtless against her will. Maria, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate. If we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. allies make you bold, Erictonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Now there's number 6. No, just... Yeah. Great. Could try going to rods at Han again, but I get the feeling that's just gonna be a waste of time. Not even gonna bother. Yeah, we're just waiting on tanks. I mean, I just figured these won't. I mean, DPS is always faster for raids anyway, but these are also just, you know, being that they're new, they'll be faster. Although, there's also a bit of it being offset by the fact that it's past 11 p.m. Then, you know, I don't know. Get a lot of West Coast people, maybe. LA FF14 players, where are you? Or Seattle. Or, Portland. Or, I don't know. Is that the entirety of the West Coast? Who else is in Pacific time? Is Nevada in Pacific time? I assume so. Yeah. Oh no. I don't like what I'm seeing already. There are squares. I was not told there would be geometry involved. "17 seconds? What? It's a weirdly specific amount of time." Is that an AoE? Usually the first attack is. That one wasn't. I don't know what this means. Okay, everyone's going this way. Okay, well. Didn't know you were going to use an attack there. Oh, okay. I don't know if there is something I I'm supposed to be looking at? To be able to know which sides that's going to hit on. Alright, well there's nothing on me. Well, now it's on me. Numbers! What do the numbers mean, Mason? I have a parasite. What do the numbers mean? Oh no. I did that wrong, I guess. Actually, well, I was just standing in a place that was not good. I think I did it correctly. Otherwise. Yeah, I don't know what was indicating which. Is there some kind of pose thing? I can't see you. Is the problem? I do wonder when they're going to, because I assume they, because I know I've heard people complain about it. I wonder when they're going to change like the default size of like the summon, the like summoner summons, because they are too large. They should not be that large. But they're like by default the larger size. You can shrink them, but it's like a weird hidden command. Just I don't like the sound of that ability. What? There, I probably shouldn't. They're going to. Okay, so I think I could. I got the idea, but I understood it too late to actually. I just stood in a spot. I couldn't tell if that was the right spot. So, what is this one? Okay, I wasn't sure if it like kept the same orientation. there's necessarily any particular reason to, like, separate. Oh. Just go. Because I was the only one in the right spot that time. Granted, I did not know that attack was coming. Yeah, these are just... Okay. We gotta... I feel like that boss needs to be, like, lower to the ground because I think it has, like, animations based on, like, certain poses that tell you where you should go, but, like, I can't see them. Is the thing. Because it's too high up and the UI blocks it. Can I get... Okay, yeah, I can... Sure. You, doctor. Hey, I got something. Great. Alright. We've won. The keyword is sealed away and alive this time. Labrea can't deny us now. He could. He could just be like, nah, not good enough. My plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I'm not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, either as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Prometheus, has made this ordeal far more interesting. And we have leave to continue? As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. You? And of whom do you speak? warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In his place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Maria and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I'm inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies closed to us. And tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. Must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandaemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow this talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Eriktonios. I've already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it? To see her once more. Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives? What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again, that voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Mother. Oh, I love you so. And this voice will guide me to you. No, listen not, Eriktonios. Oh no, the distant voice. Apologies, he taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. I tried to be good, but I was bad at it. Don't think Eric's doing alright? What do you mean? You're talking crazy. He's fine. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Eriktonios made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth. And that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Eriktonios himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy, until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erictonios, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? Could have been. Alas, their warning arrived too late. It had already provoked Erictonios past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. Now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to save to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Erictonios is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. Alhabrea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. We can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. Probably two more. Or, no, wait. Yeah, no, only one. Yeah, no. Two. Never mind. Right, yeah. One more. Yes. Yes. He was correct. Deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Maria will shine. What do you mean? Her dissolute ether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. You saw it when Hephaestus has had no effect, and doubtless even he is yet to devise a countermeasure. I mean, yet. We don't know about in a few months or whatever. The time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success. I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. You have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erictonios. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. Then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erictonios' feelings for his mother? I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema. Act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel its still greater pain. Did you mean to protect Erictonios with your silence? Instead of being honest, you bickered like a child, and so you drove your own son over the edge. Sure. How dare you? I mean, that wasn't even like an insult. That was actually just like a statement of fact. Oh no, you're right. I'm blamed for Erictonios' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth. But only after the foe before us has been laid low. We need to keep the pacing going. Remaining keyword is Aegistus. She has served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean at the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Aegistus. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. We'll just kill her. From here I can sense Odysseus' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus is more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemony. She's been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. I can do big murder. I've done it before. We'll just do this the sane way. These all look, never mind, I was gonna say these all look very similar. I will say none of these images tell me what I'll be fighting or anything. They don't really give me much information to go on, but yeah. Can you not? Oh, this is not solid. Oh, because the spikes are there. Okay, I didn't realize that was not accessible. I can't jump on any of this. Oh well, just give it some time. Maybe now would be a time to go to Razatan. Maybe not, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I've wasted more gil. Who knows? Right. Okay, yeah, no, astronomy is at the top now. Did I get the... I assume I got the red mage weapon. Yeah, I have it. Did I never get any of these? Yeah, I have one. I had. Wait, it does. What? Oh, I have. The thing I have is something else. Oh no. Okay. Well, I won't be coming back here next, but I could have at least bought one thing. Maybe next time what I could do is just teleport and then do the thing. I could do that. It doesn't really matter, though. We got a nice sigil platform. Oh, hello. Oh, you are just right there. Good thing I didn't get closer for no reason. Apparently we need to move closer. Okay, yeah, I see. I'm fine. Yeah, I was like, I hope it doesn't matter where everyone is or whatever. Do I need to kill those things? Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I probably didn't need to move all the way back there, but... Do you want me to... I don't know. Okay, I was like, do you want me to jump into the hole? Like, I almost did it. I almost just jumped into the hole, so yeah, that'll be fine. Didn't even see that the arms are up. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll just stand here, whatever. Yeah, I was like, well, obviously that's not safe. More birds. Oh wait, no, that's okay. Well, didn't know that stunned you. Also, I didn't know. I wasn't actually sure what the range was on those. I thought that thing, the whatever beam or whatever, was wider. Uh-oh. Well, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Was that necessary? I was tempted to just like jump into the middle right before the end, just to do it. Okay. I think it's one per floor per week or something, but... I mean, I don't know if it's even per week. It might just be... It might give just like a special exception for the first time you do it. I'm not totally sure. The moment Odysseus was slain, the flow of ether and Pandaemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo... Only I could restore Tartaros to order, but I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It's been too long, Master Labrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistus. Okay, I just needed to check. I was like, have I been reading that wrong this entire time? But no. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spells, even diminished as you were. It's not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus am I able to reappear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. Even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you. Doubtless recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There's something you must know. The tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master Labrea, but the story must be told. It is the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erectonios. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hephaestus? No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master Labrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life, sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. Did you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Antonios? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood shall not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. What? It's not. That doesn't even make sense. Antonios believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? Neither does the name Igdistis. I mean, no, it makes perfect sense. We just break it down. If this is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would never seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me. He would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me. Or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parent's shadow. Antonios loved his mother more than life itself, and yet what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature, every action, every word a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Antonios, I hope. Thank you, Igdistis. I always admired you, you know? What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. No, I was thinking of, like, half strength. I'm tired. I don't really... A little hungry, maybe. I don't really feel like it. Igdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I can think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Oh. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research, was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She had not offered him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. See now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Antonios could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Fortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemithoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Antonios to safety, in accordance with Igdistis' last wish. Very well. can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will. There's but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. I can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. Must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. La Brea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Maria's phantom warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal with the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. My hands are already filthy. I don't wash them. I take it, then, that you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked. And the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. The 8th circle now accessible. This time, won't start it yet. He's just gonna sit there with the soul glow. Where? There you are. Magic. Red mage. Okay, well, that one's definitely better. That one is also better. That one is also better, but I can't afford it. That's what I'm wearing. Okay. Oh, that's just the default one. Cool, I guess. What am I at? 587? Okay, well. Can I get any gear? Like raid gear? I doubt it, but like, I don't know, maybe I can. Unsung Relic of Abyssos. I can totally get a new helmet. I assume the chest piece is probably the one that most people would go for in general. Granted, how many of these do I have? Any of these? I don't have any here. Yeah, I have 0. Got 2 helmets. I don't know if I have anything else. Yeah, no, let's just go for that Reaper thing. Okay. It's been a while since I've gotten actually better gear. And these 2 need to be upgraded. Although that would be not worth doing now. Like, I'd be better off just getting something better. New currency I don't have that much of. Okay. Let's head in there. Average wait time on this one is 13 minutes. Cool. Cool. That's fun. It's always fun. I think I remember it being like that before, where the wait time was a little longer on the last one for some reason. Was it? I feel like that was the case. But I don't know. Well, the average wait time was a lie there. You know, I didn't check. Were there materia slots in the raid gear? It doesn't really matter.
Ericthonios is mine.
Ericthonios?
And with your
Is that how that's pronounced?
none will be left to stop me.
You know, you look real weird being like all demoned out, but then your head's just normal. Got the red energy now. Traveler. I'm pretty sure the Traveler thing means they're from another data center.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
As for why they're here, I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Claim my servant's rights.
I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Out of my sight.
Okay.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
The bird. What is a bird, man?
Let sweet sorrow into your heart.
I see. Just doing the dragon again. So I know how to rock the dragon.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
He has 4 legs now. Okay.
You will know my rage.
What? Okay, I think. Okay. Fold fires? How do you fold the fire?
Go forth and shake your bones.
Oops. I was just like not paying attention there.
Claim my servant's rights.
Yeah, we're good here.
Out of my sight. shall see my wish fulfilled. You are prey to be consumed.
Shit.
Sear flesh from bone.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was doing anything on the other side.
Leave not but ash in your wake. A fitting death. Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You will know my rage.
So just same pattern as last time there. Yep, and then just add one more. Okay.
Praying before a god. Perish in flames and rage. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger. Mountain flame my servants rise. I tire of this farce.
It doesn't really seem like much of a safe time to use that limit. So I choose not to. I could, I guess I could try to do it now, but really it would not charge fast enough. Doesn't matter. Abyssos complete. We do it. Can I get us? Oh, wait, I got the sword anyway, don't I? It really doesn't matter. Sure. Got some gauntlets. Wait, there's another thing. A minion. I got the minion. I'm the greatest. I think last time with the new raid, I think I had gotten the minion on like the first run. Although that one, I think I was like a couple weeks behind on that one, I think, or something like that. But anyway, the chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. You forgot, he's still up there doing a Christ air. You want to cast off what uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition. Bring Erichtonios' dream to life. I realize it's not... It's Erichthonios. I don't care. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erichtonios... he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by my side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erichtonios, beyond how he could serve her ends. Claimed to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you were no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide the star true. In service of that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I will not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. We really are the worst of us. But... Mother, she... No, then who... How do I... Trust in La Brea, hearken to your heart, come back to us. Heart... Open the door to Kingdom Hearts. I hear you. I owe you, and Themis, an apology. Athena, did you ever... In La Habrea, why do you refer to them by their first names? I will have my say. How? His mind was mine. He didn't skip wrist day. I can't explain. Maria's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. I thought we weren't going to, like, seal him. I thought we were gonna, you know, just, like, kill him. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've interred much worse. You worthless, you. Is it, can you do anything through the cage? I would assume the cage makes it so you can't do things. You know, things that would help you. Appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Well then, I wasn't trying to speak to you. With the Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Arctonios above. That he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body has done the worse for wear. Where have you been? I made my way here as soon as I could. I can no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are you rid of him for good and all? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Arctonios felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Brea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed. It was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the wards of La Brea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our kin. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. Most the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Brea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with the creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it is but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further. Curious about every detail along the way, our conversations became more frequent and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so, I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. When you found out what she was doing, you killed her. Made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agistus to keep watch from Tartaro's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Is that me? You're well aware that out of respect of our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agistus forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Erictonios, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time has come, I would have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you do not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, a peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Brea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Brea, and we shall know one another more deeply than ever something. I didn't... Auto's not on. Impossible. You bonded your souls? Aye, that the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything, to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? And become the memory... Oh no. And I the... So then they decided to do the fusion dance. Are we going inside another flashback? Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and a single thought spared for another, for the star. Was that the whole thing with how you supposedly killed her? No, she was fine. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains. When it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption of my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was, and live only as La Habrea. He's just got like a half face, half mask thing. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igiorum and Emmett Selk, in particular, made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think it to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures, and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus has doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should. Yet in truth, he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all that, he and I were alike. We had shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, he called out to me. What say you now? Does Alabreus speak true? I mean, I still don't know. I don't know. Time travel. It's weird. You did promise, yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. What does your heart tell you? You tell me the answer to this question. Not because I don't know, I'm just testing you. This will be on the test. You will be graded. And probably mocked. When you inevitably get a low score. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me? Even knowing how I felt about my mother? Well, how brave I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I've said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. Pandaemonium holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more, so before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say. Thank you, Hephaestus. Everything okay? No? Quest accepted? What do you mean accepted? I don't know what the... That was a very long cutscene for just accepting the quest. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandaemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts along the way. But wait, there's more. I mean, I knew there'd be more, obviously. I assume we're gonna end back in the lab or whatever. I owe you an apology, Maria. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my hand. That didn't say hand, did it? It said mind. Hand, mind, what's the difference? I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis had chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandaemonium, then I would have never known Alabrea's story, my father's story. It's a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Asma upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. As long as you retain control of Pandaemonium, there's work to be done. Of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the projects. That as well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how I intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people will all adhere to that rule. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' existence. If this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. Here's yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There's another. Yeah, I got this. I got this thing. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company, an Azim, was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandaemonium. And why would they not make themselves known, even now? No threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other orders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Turn at your leisure, and we will share our results then. Even more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave loose and us and continue upon your journey, or if you're so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azim. As well it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Brea. You may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. You saying I could, like, talk to him now and he'll have something to say? Crystal that hangs from his waist? I don't know what you're even referring to. Sure, I guess? Never really noticed it. Alright. And just, actually, I might as well. Just to save a tiny bit of money for no reason. And there. We saved like 1,000 gil. It'll come in handy later, I promise. Okay, I'm back. Why, if it isn't Maria. Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. See, a communication with the airship Professor Claudian mentioned for his search was lost some time ago. No, we've quite lost track of where he might be. I'm sure that's fine. To make matters worse, Nemgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy, coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Itioscope, in fact. Please, you must come with me. I'm sure that's normal and fine, right? That was here before, I'm pretty sure. Wait, what is that? Is it real? Is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh. Hello. And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it? As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. Thank you to furnish me with an explanation. I can't explain that. I don't know. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. Professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azazla, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no excuse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandaemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it to further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. Why? At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that an investigation is concluded. Very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Alright, almost done. Just when we need him most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We're left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandaemonium's pitiless spires justice. You can only wonder if this facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? The answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortuno asks and write that report. As for you, Maria, pray get what your rest. Yeah. Oh no. It's late. As for you, Maria, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. Also, that sentence is that's barely a sentence. Well, when next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Okay. Now, where do I do the savage raids? I need it right now. It doesn't exist. Okay, good to know. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We've completed all of that, so I think we're done with 6.2. Right? Yeah, there's not really anything else to show, as far as I know. Other than PvP stuff, there's not, I don't think there's much that's new there. Not for, I only played with Reaper, so, like, yeah. And Reaper has never gotten anything. And they've never buffed Reaper in PvP. It's weird. I remember I was struggling pretty hard with Reaper, and then I looked it up, and people were like, yeah, Reaper's not good. Reaper's really bad. That's probably why. For PvP specifically, Reaper's really bad. Yeah. So, I don't, not sure there's a whole lot of reason to remain here. Not really. Want to do some duty finder? No. No, I don't. I do not want to do that. Oh, yeah. So, that'll be it for today then, I guess. Pretty much. That'll be it for F14 for a while, I assume. I don't think, I don't know when the next, update is. It's every 4 months, right? So, December, I think? I guess December is when the next one will be. So look forward to that. It'll be, what, 6.3 6.3, right? That's what 6.3. I mean, there'll probably be 6.25 somewhere in between that time, but otherwise, yeah. 6.3 should be sometime. Which it feels early, but I think it's just because Endwalker was supposed to come out last year. It was supposed to come out in December of last year, and it ended up not coming out until... Wait, no, it did come out last year. What am I saying? Yeah, no. I finished it this year because COVID. Forgot about that. The years don't make sense. They don't make sense anymore. Perhaps they never did. Anyway. I think I might just end it. I don't think I... Was there even news? I think there was. Yeah, there is, but there's nothing I need to talk about right now. Not really. I'll get through these quick ones. Netflix tweeted out some stuff. I don't know why they announced multiple things today. I don't know if there was some kind of Netflix event going on that I didn't know about, but either way. Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a, they didn't actually say what it is. I would guess a series? They didn't say. It's getting a live action... Oh, is it an adaptation? It says. It actually doesn't even specify live action. It's probably live action. And BioShock is getting a live action movie. Also for Netflix. I don't know if either of those are going to be any good. I never played Horizon, don't know anything about that, and didn't play much of BioShock, so I don't know anything about that. And there's more, but the other one will be too long. I don't want to spend all my time on that. But yeah. Anyway, there might be more. I did remember. I completely forgot to talk about Gamescom at all. I don't know why. I just forgot. So I think there was some stuff announced at Gamescom that I didn't mention because I just forgot. I don't know. But yeah. I am going to go, though. I'm not going to spend much more time here because I cannot. And yeah, I'll see you. I'll be seeing you tomorrow for Xenoblade. Yeah. Would have probably done Xenoblade today, but that only would have been if I were able to start when I wanted to, which would have been around like 3-ish, so. Or even 4, whatever. Just if I had started much earlier, but I couldn't, so. Yeah. Yeah. Xenoblade tomorrow. That's I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Which should be tomorrow, unless I don't see you tomorrow. In which case, I will come to your house, and I'll force you to watch while I'm streaming. Not from your house. I'll be streaming from my own place, and you'll just be like, "How are you doing this? How are you here? But you're also streaming." And I'll say, "Don't ask me that question. Stop asking questions. Do I need to get the pipe again?" You don't want me to get the pipe again. Anyway. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I have nothing else. I'm very tired. I'm trying to end it quickly, but also I can't stop talking because my brain doesn't know what it wants and doesn't know what it's doing. Hopefully my voice feels I should have drank more water for one. My voice is not in a good place right now. Perhaps I shouldn't have I should have done something. But yeah. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Xenoblade. That's it. Goodbye.